Hello everybody, this is part 11 of my video series, Thoughts on Living in Las Vegas. Today I'm just doing an informational segment on Las Vegas. Now, I mentioned before that you can pretty much get food stamps here without any hassles, and I'd like to show you all the basic pointers on how to get food stamps when you're actually snowbirding or just chilling in Vegas for several months. Maybe you want to live here, maybe you want to roll the dice. Like in that previous video with Midnight, the professional gambler, Vegas is not for everyone. Now today I'm here at the sports book in Palace Station. I just went over to have their little buffet. Incidentally, they have this buffet from about midnight to 8 a.m. Now they just raised the price to where the midnight buffet from midnight to 8 in the morning is the same as their 8 in the morning, 11 o'clock breakfast. That's under $10 if you have a boarding pass at the gold, at least at the gold level. So I'm here at the sports book. Of course, the reason why I'm here is because it's nice and quiet. You can sit down. As I have mentioned before, all these casinos have music just pumped in, and it feels like a 24-hour fitness at this point. All the station casinos have a very comfortable sports book. If you look there, it has individual seats, but I'm here because it's not as noisy, and plus I get to show you certain things like, my food stamp card. So in the state of Nevada, you don't really need much to qualify for food stamps. The general rule is if you earn less than $16,000 a year, and of course if you don't have a job or you just have a part-time job. Now, I was mentioning how if you make $1,600 a month or more, then you don't qualify. Basically, it's $16,000 a year divided by 12, whatever that amount is. It's pretty easy in this state to get food stamps. You can just go and Google Nevada food stamps, and that will pull up the state's website, and then you apply for the food stamps. And then after a bit, you have to call a certain number for them to give you a phone interview. And at that point, the determination is made on the spot, basically. You don't even have to give them too much information. Usually, if you're unemployed, obviously, when you first get here, you are unemployed. You can actually apply immediately. All you have to do is show them that you're unemployed, or just say you were employed. They'll ask you a question like, were you employed in the last 60 days? And if you were, be truthful about where you worked. And if you didn't work, that's fine, put that there too, but they'll probably want pay stubs from your last job. Obviously, if you're in the state and you're brand new, you won't have a job. I mean, some people still have to wait for all their stuff to get processed when they transfer over from another state. Say you work for a corporation, and it takes about a week or two for them to, process your papers. Those 2 weeks you're technically unemployed. Now, the review is every 6 months, and that's where I'm at. The review process is simple. You can go online. They actually send you a packet, and you can use that packet and just mail it back. I suggest you send it back, priority with tracking. Yeah, for an address, if you're trying to gain Nevada residency, for an address, you don't want to use an actual address. What I recommend is a mailbox address, not a P.O. box, because you won't get away with it. But you can use a mailbox address, or if you Airbnb it, you can use that person's address. Always make sure that your main address is a mailbox address. You can look that up online. Any number of them are all over in Vegas. Even the UPS store has mailboxes. But let me show you what the Nevada food stamp card looks like, and I'll block out the last 4 digits of my numbers, but this is what it looks like. See, that's what it looks like. Isn't it pretty? You get that almost immediately. Now let me show you the back. That's the back of it. So this comes in the mail pretty quick. I mean, say you land in Las Vegas. Yes, I suggest the first thing you do is to apply for food stamps, because it's not like your home state. Most states are extremely strict. California, Washington State, and the others require a lot of paperwork. There's a moderate level of investigation, but not here. But obviously, I'm trying to be fair. The flip side of this benefit is that it's a libertarian place, a very police state-ish, as I was telling my half-sister in France just last night. And that's another thing too. I'm doing this video because I've got something to discuss. Now, sometimes I can post a few videos in rapid succession, other times I can't. It just depends on what's there to talk about. This actually would be about the food stamps. But check this out. This is great. Look at the back. See, nice little bar. It's not even 9:30 in the morning. But okay, the first thing you do is you apply for food stamps. And you don't want to go to Walmart. Walmart actually has pretty high prices for what it is. You want to go to Mariana's. Mariana's, look that up. Mariana's is a Mexican supermarket. And go to it. They've got, and if you look at the chicken section, they've got chicken drumsticks for basically a whole bag is for $5.99 or whatever, $6.99, but it's 59 cents per pound. It comes in a clear plastic bag. You have to look for it carefully. They don't just advertise it. It's their yams and jalapenos are cheap. They're not good for anything else. They're good for produce, and they're good for some meat. Everything else you can get at what's called Smart and Final. It's Las Vegas, or I guess it's Nevada's version of cash and carry. Smart and Final, and you can Google that on Google Maps, and they're all over the place. But you can get a lot of stuff there in bulk. Now, of course, spices are expensive. Like just a container of pepper, which would cost $4 in Seattle, cash and carry there would be about $12 or $8 or $9 here. It's weird. But yeah, you want to do that. And there's Smith's, of course, but those are only good for certain items. It's like a middle-class supermarket. They've got Whole Foods here, but I don't really recommend Whole Foods because, well, it's good as long as you have Seattle money with you. It's bad if not. I mean, it's good if you have food stamps as well, but there are only certain things that are, really good to get. Sometimes, if you crave like a USDA prime porterhouse steak, you've got to go to Whole Paycheck, as I affectionately call it. Okay, so that's how you would do food stamps. What else here? Everything else, like the cash benefits, everything else, that's too difficult to get. But basic food stamps, now you should be able to qualify for the whole kit and caboodle, which is $192 a month. And that goes a long way. You can buy juice, you can buy sundry items, as long as you go to Mariana's and Smart and Final. It should last a long way. As a matter of fact, it's kind of like Medicaid in the state of Washington. So long as you're unemployed for a month, you qualify for Medicaid. So like myself, I spent 5 weeks in the hospital. So since technically I was unemployed for 5 weeks, I automatically qualified for Medicaid. In Nevada, however, you have to be completely disabled. You can't just be partially disabled. It has the same standards as trying to absolve yourself from student loans. You have to be completely disabled, permanently disabled. So in Nevada, if something happens to you, you're kicked into Trump Care or Obamacare or whatever it is. But then the glitch here is, of course, the food stamps. Now, I'm sure somebody will spot this video and report, hey, this guy's tipping people off. No, I'm not really tipping people off. I'm just giving you the facts. Everyone here qualifies for food stamps initially. Of course, once you get a job, it's a different story. But you can pretty much snowbird it here. You can come here, enjoy the food stamps, keep Nevada residency, and it's no big deal because that driver's license lasts 8 years in this state. So it's worth the time to fall into line at the DMV for what, 6 to 8 hours? That's what it is here. And you'll see, I should do a piece on the DMV to help everybody out there that wants to actually try Vegas for a month, 2 years, or however long you want. Because after all, I do say that it's a cesspool. It's true, Vegas is a cesspool. It's a pretty little ghetto. Then again, it's still Las Vegas. You still can have fun here. You just can't live here permanently. I mean, you can try for 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 years, but eventually, it's just like the house. The house always wins. And in the end, you realize what a slum Vegas is, even though the weather is so beautiful. And that's the reason why I'm returning, is because the weather is so beautiful. Let's see, what other glitches are there that I can throw out there for this segment? Let's see here. Oh, I just figured out some of these roulette machines are set to 25 cents. If you do the martingale system, which is doubling your bets, you can bet up to 10 times. In other words, you can do it 10 times. Let's say you're betting on the color red. You just have to ride it out 10 times to see if it pops up. So on the 10th time, at 25 cents for the first shot, on the second shot is 50 cents. Total amount in would be just under $200. So what I think I'll do next time when I come here to Vegas with Seattle money in a bankroll, a real bankroll, is I should set aside about $200 or $300 or $500 just for that. And I'll say to myself, okay, I'll keep playing until it hits 10 times, or I'll keep playing until it hits 7 times. Once it hits 7 times, I'm not even playing at that point. But you can take it out 7 times or 10 times. And these machines are pretty fair. I mean, like, my half-brother and I years ago did see 4 double zeros in a row pop up, or 3 double zeros in a row pop up at the Bellagio. And there were like 4 machines like that. At that point, it was just reader boards, electronic reader boards. But now it's slightly different. So anyway, okay, at these sports books, especially at the Palace Station Casino and the station casinos in general, look, check it out now. Look, it's a little bit dark, but look, that's an outlet, right? And the slot machines actually have like the little USB outlets for your phone. But you got a mic. You can call in for service. There are ashtrays here. You can smoke a cigar, smoke whatever you want. Oh, of course, right? Smoke a cigar, a cigarette, ha ha ha. And every so often, if you have a ticket with you, a betting ticket, they give you drinks. And you know what I like about the sports book is it's still a sports book, even with all the technology in 2018. It's gotten even better. You can watch pretty much any game out there. And this is the racetrack sports book section, and the other section right here to my right, that's all the games. Yeah.
It's okay for you to film in here,
Uh-huh.
but it's not okay for you to film the boards.
Okay, I won't.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, so this gentleman just said it's all right to film in here. You just can't film the boards. So I won't do that. I didn't know that. Some places allow you to do it, but it's okay. It doesn't matter anyway because we're all under surveillance. It's just like in casino, the eye in the sky sees us all. You know that scene where one person watches the next person, and the next person up watches the people lower down, and then the casino manager watches everyone, and then Ace Rothstein watches the casino manager, and the eye in the sky watches everyone. It's true. This has more surveillance than an American embassy overseas, or probably the White House. Yeah, the typical casino. Not only are they heavily secured, the cashier's area, they are the best. They're better than a bank teller. I mean, if you want to compliment a bank teller anywhere else in the country, even here, you just say, man, you handle money like a Vegas cashier, a Vegas casino cage cashier, and that is the ultimate form of compliment. Yeah, it's true. They're quick, and they cash checks here. Yeah, as a matter of fact, they cash checks. They cash most payroll checks, and if not, there are so many money trees and check cashing places in Vegas. A lot of them are open 24 hours. But yeah, so it's pretty sedate here. It's nice and quiet. It's always been like that. You can go back 20, 30 years in the sports book, the sports betting parlor has always remained the same. But So that's it for now. I just wanted to give you that tip on the food stamp card, the EBT Nevada card. Anyway, that's it for now until next segment. Hope you guys have a good day. Thanks again for watching. Bye.